I'm James Pharaoh, I'm the director of the Bedfringe Festival. Well, Bedfringe is something that's come off the back of the Edinburgh Festival for me. You can go to lots of shows every day, you can go to a children's show, a comedy show, an adult show, all in one day. A minute you can come and see some stand-up comedy, and then the next day you can go and see a children's show or some live music. It's every year, we always do it at the end of July. And the reason for that is because Edinburgh runs for the whole of August every year. Very interested in coming to use our festival, particularly those that are coming from abroad, because they like hop in from Australia and South Africa and America, and they're looking for somewhere to stay a few days before Edinburgh, and then they discover that there's an opportunity to actually run their show instead of just staying the night, you know, and so they can get, you know, their body clock in synchronisation to UK time. They come over and do some shows with us, and we're very lucky to have previews that are very much ready to perform, rather than in very early stages of development like other fringe festivals. A fringe festival and Bedford Fringe and any fringe festival is just aimed at any age, any taste. Yeah. This year it's slightly smaller, but previous years and years before that we've done lots and lots of things. We've had loads and loads of choice. This year it's a little bit different, it's a little bit smaller just because we've got the River Festival, but for any age. So you've got children's theatre, you've got puppetry for adults, you've got live music in the evening, stand-up comedy, some theatre for all ages. The reason being is just we did 156 shows last year. Well, obviously Bedford has the Bedford Corn Exchange. It does a lot of mainstream stand-up comedy, but you've got other things going on as well if you're looking for new and up-and-coming people. I mean, only recently we had Lee Evans, who's obviously a huge act in the UK now. The alternative scene, you know, you're probably looking at things outside of the festival, like the Castle Comedy, which happens every first Thursday of the month at the Entshed, which is a great comedy venue. Then you've got the Harper Sweet Comedy Club, if you're into that, your stand-up comedy. Bedford School runs a programme all year round for fringe theatre, so small and medium scale theatre. Well, I mean, I programme pretty much the majority of it. If you go into a pub and the landlord says, what's the best beer, he's probably going to tell you everything. But if I was to single something out, or two things I'd single out would be the Ghost Hunter, if you like your ghost stories. It'll be candlelit, very dark, eerie room up in the Entshed. We're going to change it into a little sort of den, so this guy can do his ghost story, a show called The Dark Room, and it's a one-man show. He's come over from Australia, he ran the show in Edinburgh, it's done really well. He's got a sequel, but he's going to show the original Dark Room 1 at Bedfringe, and it's about an interactive computer adventure game, and he very much is like he's possessed by Brian Blessed, is probably the best person like. Yeah, there's audience participation. Yeah, he's on stage. He's got a screen behind him based on this idea. So he's got a screen behind him, and someone gets picked out in the audience and to play the game. And if you win the game, and it is possible to win the game, you'll get a £50 or £100 prize. Planning for Bedfringe pretty much starts when I'm up at Edinburgh. You know, you kind of you start thinking about what you might want to bring to the town in July. But programming, you know, when we start inviting people and people start coming in, it's normally in the new year. When people are applying, we want to be able to say to them, right, these are all the venues that might, or this venue might suit you. So if someone applies and we haven't got those venues in place, and then they come in later on and we've turned them away, it would be a shame. So we make sure that everything is in place. So it's just come from, I mean, I've been involved in theatre ever since I can remember, and then I discovered sort of the Edinburgh Festival around 2003, 2002, coming out of university, and we knew other people were doing it. And now, because of the internet and has grown so much, we know globally there's hundreds of fringe festivals. Almost every town around the world pretty much is doing some sort of fringe festival, whether it be for a day or a few days. So we go a few weeks. We've got our inspiration from Edinburgh. Well, we've got a group of South African guys coming over called Simply Soweto Encha, and they were here last year called the African Encha. They changed their name, and it's kind of like a sort of slumdog millionaire kind of story where they've come from, you know, just sort of not quite sort of poverty, and now they're like quite big celebrities, and particularly big in the Fringe Festival circuit. Well, definitely the Soweto Encha. It's a music, a cappella music act. Very, very talented guys vocally. There's the Beck and Tom's Awesome Laundry, which is for sort of younger ages, around sort of 5. But you know, mums and dads. They're all written for mums and dads as well, because they want the mums and dads to enjoy it. Otherwise, they'll get bored, you know, watching these shows. And then over at the University Theatre, they've got Full House Theatre Company. I can't remember what the date is, but they're doing the Snow Dog, and the Snow Dog's going to Edinburgh, as is Beck and Tom's Awesome Laundry. You know, a lot of these shows are just coming to here first, and then they're going to Edinburgh. So they're quite good family shows. The best thing to do is go to the website. We do have a brochure which you can find around the town and various places around the county. But the best thing to do is go to the website, in my opinion, because that's something that we're keeping updated every week. And we've also had a few extra shows come in after this was printed. So that would be the best place to go and find some family shows or whatever you're looking for.